I think that we need to embrace that there will be different ways of doing things going forward. I think we can accept the fact that there should no longer be a debate that technology, disaggregation, project management, and I'm going to call them pricing gymnastics are here to stay. I think we just need to accept that as a fait accompli and move forward and think that we need to start thinking about how that affects our talent models, how that affects education. We need to move to the next step and accept the reality of how law is currently going to be practiced, and then think about what that means in terms of how we have sustainable jobs for our professionals going forward. If you are lucky enough to be able to get trained by big law, that's smaller and smaller. I think it's down to 9% of people who practice on Bay Street. But if you are one of the lucky 9%, there's no better training that you can get. So congratulations, that's now a luxury, what used to be seen as an everyday activity. But in the future as well, I think we need to think about jobs a little differently. I think the jobs that were the ideal jobs, these sort of big law jobs before, are no longer even that stable. And so rather than thinking about, oh gosh, I really want to work at a Seven Sister, we should start to think about what is more realistic for our career, what is more interesting. And my advice to students is if you get up every day and are happy doing what you love, it's probably a pretty good place to be. And better yet, if you're being paid fairly, even better. So I think we need to stop being so snobby about what we think about law and start being a little bit more driven by personal values. I think the three biggest areas of core competency that we're lacking are fundamental financial and business skills, fundamental technological skills, and then EQ, softer skills. When I started my business, that later was sold to Deloitte, I think one of the things I didn't have was any idea of how to run a business. So what did I do? I read every book that was out there and tried out different theories on my business. Now there were some weeks that were absolutely nuts, like when I was reading Jack Welch. That was the crazy week. And there were some weeks that were a little bit softer as I was reading Marshall Goldsmith. But I think we need to stop sort of leaving the responsibility for the education with those educators, and we need to start taking a bit more responsibility for ourselves in this critical period, at least until the law schools catch up.